this Lean Six Sigma agenda. We give a lot of trainings to people. We help processes in identifying improvement opportunities, and then we improve those areas with the help of these Lean Six Sigma approaches, right? So that's about me on a very high level. Now what we'll be covering in this session would be a very what do I say, not very high level, but we'll try to understand that what is Lean Six Sigma, how it is going to help me in my work, whatever I am doing. All those things we'll try to understand with the help of this session. Yeah, I hope I'm clearly audible to all of you, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so concept of Six Sigma, basically, okay, tell me, what is that? I mean, since you've joined this session, you may know something, you may not know anything about Lean Six Sigma. It's perfectly fine. But people who know anything about Lean Six Sigma or Six Sigma, can you just talk about it? It's okay to be wrong. It's okay to be incomplete, right? Tell me. Anything? Yes, Jawahar?
Hi, ma'am. So it's eliminating waste and reduce variations for
Very
minimizing
nice.
the variation.
True, true. And Irfan, you also was saying something.
Yes.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. Lean Six Sigma concept is regarding reduction of waste and improving quality, internal and for satisfaction of customer. And it is a complete organizational activity, right from top to bottom.
Okay.
And it is the system where we have to verify where our industry or where our organization stands, because there are 6 sigmas, right from 78% of rejections, I think so, to 99.996% of correct values.
Okay. Right. To an extent, yes. So Six Sigma, guys, first we need to understand, yes, you rightly mentioned, somebody rightly mentioned, Jawahar, probably, that it is about reducing the variation, right? So understand two things, guys. Forget about whatever is written here, right? You will get a number of PPTs anywhere as well, apart from what I'm showing right now. Let's understand the concept like a layman, right? So what is that Lean does and what is that Six Sigma does? So once you understand that concept, you will be able to understand it by yourself only, that how it will benefit you, right? And I won't be talking in those technical jargons, because in anyways, if you'll be enrolling for your course, you'll be understanding those technical jargons as well. So Lean talks about elimination of waste, right? What is waste? First tell me. Waste is waste, right? So if I use this term lean, right, I will be saying that the person has a lean body, right? ऐसा बोलते हैं हम, the person has a lean body. Does it mean the person do not have fat at all? ऐसा मतलब है क्या? No, right? The person has fat in the body, but the person do not have any excess fat in the body. Yes or no? Right? Yes. And are we right in saying that excess fat is known as waste in the body? It does, yes. Right? Because it does not contribute in a positive way, in any way positively to the body, right? So that is the reason we say the person has a lean body. That means the person is slim, person is lean, person do not have any excess fat. Similarly, guys, we end up having a lot of waste in the processes as well, without realizing that, okay, whatever we are doing have a lot of waste in the process, right? Now, Lean talks about how will you identify that waste, and then further, how will you be eliminating that waste? And definition is same. The way I am saying waste is not, excess fat is not contributing in a positive way to my body. Hence, I'm calling this as a waste. Similarly, the wasteful steps in the process will not contribute positively or contribute in any ways to the process, but still we do it. Why? Because it's been done like that, right? So we keep on doing things. We never ask questions. We never challenge things, right? That why am I doing it, right? Is it like because we've been doing it from years and years, or is it like over a period of time, what probably you were doing 2 years back, at that time, maybe whatever you were doing had a significance, right? But shayad abhi uska meaning hi khatam ho gaya. There is no point of, but we never ask those questions. We never look at that, okay, this is a wasteful activity or not, right? So lean talks about identifying the waste in the processes and then how do I eliminate it, right? That's one. So that's about the lean, right? Now talk about Six Sigma. So even before I talk about Six Sigma, guys, when I say waste is happening in the processes. Now a lot of students comes to me and ask me this question that, ma'am, is it like relevant to what I am doing, Lean Six Sigma? That answer is with you guys, right? How? You tell me, if you are making a car, or if I am making a cup of tea, or if I am processing a transaction, everything will have a process into it. Yes or no? Yes.
Yes.
Right? So guys, if there is a process, there is a scope of identifying waste in the processes. If there is a process, you can apply. So when I'll talk about Six Sigma, I'll again say the same thing. So right now I'm talking about lean. So you can apply lean wherever there is a process. You cannot do anything without a process in place, no matter whatever you are doing. If it's a surgery needs to be performed, if it is a car needs to be made, if it is a normal transaction needs to be done, if I'm dropping my daughter to the school, everything has a process into it, right? So if there is a process, there will always be a opportunity of identifying defect and removing it from the processes. So lean talks about how do you make your processes leaner, right? Now you can answer these questions to yourself, that will lean be helpful in my processes or not, right? That's one. Now let's talk about Six Sigma. So Six Sigma talks about reducing the variation, right? What do we mean by reducing variation? So anyone wants to give it an attempt, that what is variation?
Maybe unwanted step.
No, not unwanted step is waste. Variation, what is variation, guys?
Can you repeat, please?
I am asking, lean is done, right? Lean is about removing waste, right? Lean is done. Now I'm talking about Six Sigma. Six Sigma talks about reducing variation in the process. Now I'm asking this question. Have you any idea that what do we mean by variation?
Variation in the
Okay.
quality and the variation in the production, variation in the product, and we have to reduce the rejections. Different processes are there, so we have to reduce the deviation in that process, bring it to a predefined process, which will be resulting in reduction of waste, minimum waste.
Okay. Anil, you were saying something.
Yes, I was saying variations is working on the variables, all those variables which are affecting the production and which lead towards the Lean Six Sigma process, which could be anything from, say, sourcing of raw material to time taken in the production to other bottlenecks which we are facing in distribution, anything which is contributing, all those which are variable and which can be worked upon to reduce the to actually achieve that lean or the optimum level of production.
True. Yeah. Okay. Mohin, you were also saying something. Dr. N. Karnam, absolutely right. Variation is the difference in the same process when done number of times repeatedly. Muni wonderfully explained deviation from the true value. I'll make it simple for all of you. Yes, Mohini, but I want to hear what you were saying before I say anything.
My answer was same as per sir.
Okay. So deviation from the standard value. Okay. So what is, yeah.
Sigma is called the variation. There is different types like part and
Okay. Okay. So we need to understand one thing, guys. First, let's understand variation, right? Then we'll see how do we reduce variation and why it is required to reduce the variation, right? Variation, you rightly mentioned, when you are doing the same work repeatedly, can you assure me that the way you've done was exactly the same, or the probably time you've taken to complete something will exactly be the same? Or let me put it like that. I've made a circle on a table and I've given you a bottle to keep that within that circle 10 times. So you may end up putting that bottle in that circle every time, but can you assure me that you are putting it exactly at the same place? Yes or no?
No.
No, that's not possible, right? That's not possible, guys. So that is called variation, right? But I was okay with this variation because you were able to manage what I've asked you to, right? You were able to put that bottle in that circle every time, right? But if let's say what you've put it outside the circle, that is also known as variation, right? But variation is within the limit or outside the limit, that's the question. That is the reason we say Six Sigma works on reducing the variation. So I'll give you another example of variation. Let's say my office starts at 9 a.m. in the morning. So sometimes I go to office at 9, 9:01, 9:05, 9:10, 9:15, 8:45. Sounds okay, right? That's again a variation in the data, but maybe acceptable by the company, right? So acceptable ka limits kaun define karta hai? Company defines, regardless of the fact that if it is about the process, if it is about office, if it is about your performance or whatever, right? Now, another data is I went to the office at 9 a.m. one day, then 10, then 11:30, and one day I reached at 8 a.m., right? Now, is this data more inconsistent? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes, right. So variation is there in both the data types, wherein I was coming around between 9 to 9:15, and another I was coming between 8 to 11:30. है ना, मेरा bracket क्या है वहाँ पे 8 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. and there the bracket was 8:45 to 9:15 a.m. right? So variation is in both the cases, but in another case, in second scenario, the variation is more. So when your variation increases, you become more inconsistent, right? Now, if I ask you, look at the second set of data, if you've heard me carefully, tell me by looking at 8, 9:30, 10:30, 11:30, when this person come to the office on the fifth day, will you be able to make that assumption or prediction?
No.
No, right? If I'll give you another data wherein I'm falling between 9 to 9:15, will you be able to make the prediction?
Yes.
Yes, right. So more variation in the data makes the entire process unstable and unpredictable, right? So that's what Six Sigma hits at, right? Or variation is natural. If you'll try to make it zero, that's not possible, right? Because naturally that's not possible. Variation will always be there. The size of our two hands is different. Different hota hai size, left right hand mein difference hota hai?
Yes.
Yes, that's also a variation, right? But variation is not a problem when it is insignificant, right? Why it is not a problem when the size of the hands is different? Because aap apni aankhon se, when you'll see it, you'll not be able to make out that difference. But yes, when you sit with tools and measuring equipments, you'll be able to make out that difference, right? So that variation is there, but it is insignificant, so hence not creating any impact in the process. But agar wo significantly difference hai, then that is the variation which should not be there in the processes or in anybody, right? Everything have a variation, guys, but what Six Sigma focuses at, that what is that limit I am following for the variation, and there will always be a limit. Why? Because you can't make it zero. Agar aap zero kar paate, to there will be a single value, there will be a target value, but we move around that target value, right? So Lean talks about elimination of waste and Six Sigma talks about reduction of variation. Since variation is natural, I can't make it zero, but I'll try to reduce it as much as possible, right? We define those limits, ki kis limit mein isko leke aana, and all those things we learn that when we'll be learning Six Sigma, right? So now let's see what this presentation, I hope I was able to make you understand a little bit difference between these two, right? And the same goes for Six Sigma as well, guys. When there is a process, when there is a way, when there is something is happening, definitely there is a variation in place, right? When there is a variation in place, there is always a scope of applying Six Sigma. So why I said this, because a lot of people assume that Lean Six Sigma is made for manufacturing. So guys, I am one example in front of you. It has been 13, 14 years, though my complete experience is in service industry, but my entire Six Sigma experience is also in service industry. I never worked in manufacturing, right? Okay. Was I able to convey the difference between Lean Six Sigma to high level? Even if you did not understand this technically, but high level pe thoda samajh aaya, what is the difference between both?
Yes.
Okay, thank you, Sudeep. So Six Sigma is a business methodology that uses management tools and techniques to increase business profitability. You all said that already. It eliminates the defects by statistical methodology. It states that it would take 6 standard deviation even from the mean for an error to happen. Somebody was saying something, Six Sigma means something. Guys, Six Sigma means 3.4 defects in 1 million opportunities, right? So when there are 1 million opportunities happening, only 3.4 defects will be there in the process if the process is performing at Six Sigma level, right? If you understood it, it's okay. If you did not, it's fine, because that's too technical. But why I answered it, because somebody already said something like this, and that was a little incorrect, right? So just to correct it, yeah. And when we say 1 million opportunities and 3.4 defects only, that comes to 99.996% quality. So you can say, if my process is performing at Six Sigma level, your process is very close to 100%, which is 99.996%, right? Now let's say what it says. Six Sigma is a management approach to business improvement. So basically, what is Lean Six Sigma, guys? These are process improvement approaches, right? So these are the way, these are the techniques. Somebody mentioned, Muni, probably, that it's a DMAC approach, DMAIC, right? So these are Lean have certain tools, Six Sigma has a certain methodology, and the tools, they help us in improving the processes, right? It works towards improving quality, increases CSAT and all those things, increases productivity and a lot more things. So these are few Six Sigma roles and responsibilities. So champion, executive, project team members, that is important. But what is important right now for you to understand, that Six Sigma journey starts with white belt. Then it goes to yellow belt, then green belt, then black belt, and then master black belt, right? So white belt is generally kind of a session which we are having right now, right? You won't be talking a lot about tools and techniques. We talk about basic things, right? So generally, companies use white belt as part of their induction program. In an induction program, you all must have witnessed one of the induction programs in any of the company. When you join a company, they will take you through with all the basic tools. They'll tell you what they follow, what are their behaviors, rules, goals, visions, and everything. And similarly, they take 1 hour session to tell their new people that Six Sigma is something, Lean Six Sigma is something we follow, right? And it talks about improvement. So they will have this mindset before they join that, okay, now when I'll be on floor, I need to look at improvement opportunities as well, because in my company, Lean Six Sigma is followed, right? That's one. YB is a little up level than white belt. YB, when I say yellow belt. So yellow belt is something, it depends. Nowadays, it is done in 4 hours as well, but company to company, it depends that a lot of company use this platform and want to give more information to their employees. They make it a 8-hour session as well, right? Then we move to green belt, which is again extensive program. So main professional level starts from here. Till YB, it is more about the staff. When we give training to the staff, when we are expecting certain things from them, right? But if I talk about expertise, experts at least will have green belt certification. Then what do I say? Individual contributors in the company, people who work as Six Sigma consultants, minimum companies expect black belt certification, right? Then again, master black belt is something you should do when you have certain experience, and then you should be able to, if you do your master black belt, and if you have a good experience, right, previously, then you can do it directly as well. Master black belts are the one who basically heads the black belt. So there is a team of Six Sigma wherein green belts are there, black belts are there. Master black belt will be the one who will be heading that team, right? That's about it. Any questions here? Yes, Anil?
Yes, ma'am. I have a question. So do we need to have some work for this black belt certification, or we can do it now without
Yeah,
any?
you can do it. You can do it, right? It's just
without any prior this thing, no? Without
experience. Yeah. I also did it like that, right? So you should need to understand.
Because I heard you must have some experience in operations, and thereafter you can do a black belt course. It's not like that, right?
What process you belongs to, Anil?
No, I don't have a operations or any kind of background. I am from merchant navy. So for me, since I'm planning to enroll, and somebody told me, okay, black belt course is for people who are already having some kind of work ex in the operations or productions like this.
No, it's not like that. It's not like that. So you will learn from the ABC of Six Sigma. We'll start from there. So that is the
okay, you can do a black belt even if you don't have any experience. All right.
Yes, you can do that, definitely. But it is about that, of course, I won't say it's just you'll just learn things overnight. You have to give your time and attention, definitely. Then it is nothing like. And just to tell you that I am arts graduate, a lot of people say that it is for people who understand maths and statistics, right? To an extent, yes, but you don't need any background as such to learn all these things.
So like green belt is extending when the whole course extends over a period of 10 days, right? So how about black belt? How long does it take for course?
So green belt is about 27 to 28 hours training, and this is about 36 hours training.
But that sounds very marginal, right? So is it like okay, I'll have to explore more. But the whole course duration is how much for black belt? So course duration only.
Course duration, I said it is about 36 hours for black belt.
That is hours expanded over a week, or for expanded over how many days?
For how many days, it depends on the time you have. So there are different batches, right? So there will be one batch which will have class of 3 hours, another batch which will have class of 4 hours as well. So it depends on you, right? That how much time you want to give. Yeah.
Okay, ma'am.
Yes. So if the product has been gone from the same process, somebody asked this question, same method, same robotic process, how one product is different from the second, because robotic processes will be exactly the same. I didn't get the question. Are you trying to understand that when robots are doing things, still the variation takes place? Then the answer is yes. Yes, definitely there is a variation in place, right? So variation not in terms of if 2 into 2, if it is says 4 every time. So variation in terms of how much time you've taken to do things and all those things, right? So you'll understand those things when you probably will join for the course, right? Okay, so application of Six Sigma in different sectors, though I've spoken about it already. So management, service, design, purchase, production. So it is not, guys, industry specific. You need to understand that, right? If your process or a work area name is not there, doesn't mean that Six Sigma doesn't apply to you, right? It applies everywhere. So in banking industry, in manufacturing, there are few themes which are given that what you can do in banking. Streamline credit evaluation process, reduce time for account opening process. What can you do in manufacturing industry? What can you do in Six Sigma, in telecom industry, in hospitality, what you can do. So there are few things which are given. Similarly, for pharmaceutical and food industry, I don't want to read all this. So few companies' name are mentioned here who are top Six Sigma recruiters. So these companies will always have Six Sigma openings with them. And Henry Harvin also help you with the job assistance program, which is 100%, which is there. And these are few names, right? So again, there are now even startups also having Six Sigma people in place to run their process improvement stuff, right? So it is, don't think that these are the only companies who have Six Sigma people requirement, but these are the biggest companies who have like big groups, big departments, Six Sigma departments in their organization, and they need like hundreds of people in terms of Six Sigma, right? How the structure of the course would be, okay, so green belt, then you will go for black belt, then you'll go for master black belt, and then you can do a project, and then you'll get a final certification. You'll get the certificate in these stages as well. Once you complete your green belt, you'll give an exam, and then you'll get a certificate, and like that, right? Then these are the few modules which we cover in green belt. You can take a look quickly. DMAC is common across. So you may ask me this question that, Babita, what is that we learn in green belt and what extra do we learn in black belt? So the answer would be I would be giving that not in terms of technique, there will not be any difference, right? DMAC you'll be learning here, DMAC you'll be learning in your black belt as well. It is just that the tools and techniques are more in black belt. So I would say that Six Sigma is about complete from A to Z is your Six Sigma. Few letters you learn in green belt and all the letters you learn in black belt. You can understand it like that. So the statistical tools will be more in black belt. The maturity level of talking about the things would be more or would be better in black belt. जो चीजें आप यहाँ बेसिक्स में समझेंगे, will not be talking in that basic language in black belt course, right? Here we'll be understanding, okay, you are a complete novice in terms of Six Sigma, you don't understand anything, but when you are talking about black belt, we'll be understanding that the maturity level, the way you will be talking would be much more higher in terms of when we'll be talking to you in black belt course, right? So it is always recommended that you should go for green belt and then come for black belt. So वो बहुत easy हो जाता है. Then whatever we'll be doing in black belt, 60-70% things you've already learned in green belt. So it becomes much more easy for you, right? Then your master black belt, we cover a lot of things in terms of project portfolio management, training, design and delivery, coaching and mentorship responsibilities, advanced data management and analytics methods. Then you get assignments as well, you get projects as well, right? So assignments you will be getting throughout the course. Your trainer will be giving you a lot of assignments, you'll be submitting those assignments. They will have one-on-one discussion with you on those submitted assignments, right? What you've done right, what you've done wrong. And then the projects, right? So you can do projects also with Henry Harvin. So you may decide that, okay, I have a problem in my existing process, I'll be solving it while doing the training. I really appreciate that. If I am the trainer with my students, I always say, pick up your own problem and do it the way you are learning. The moment you are learning things, same things apply in your project, right? So by the time you'll be completing the course, you'll be completing a project as well. Otherwise, you can also enroll yourself for one of the internship program with Henry Harvin, where you can do projects with this group as well, right? Okay, so few assignments and projects you may get from one of these themes, right? Defect reduction, improving internal SQR, CSAT, improve total time and RTY and all those things. So you may get any of the project, and the list is bigger, right? So we have a lot of projects in hand and you may get one of them. So Anil, I'll just come back to you. Let me just finish this. Henry Harvin, though you may have looked at this before as well, if just in case you've looked at the website, but it started in 2013 and it is a San Francisco based company. And it has their presence in India, Sri Lanka, Beijing and California. And we've delivered approximately, we have 30,000 client base. We have approximately 2 lakh plus learners. We are providing some 80 plus courses across, and we have some 150 plus vendors and corporates. And we have, we go to the colleges and then give trainings as well. So we have 80 plus colleges pan India, right, whom we have tied up with. Then program features. Okay. Okay, so you get the training, you get the certifications, projects, guaranteed internship, off-campus placement. Then you get a lot of options to participate in these hackathons. Then boot camps, then e-learning programs, then gold membership. If you get, then again there are a lot of benefits. I don't know much about all these cost and what do we mean by this gold membership, frankly speaking. Once you complete the course, you'll be well versed with the Six Sigma tools and techniques. Of course, you will be able to apply all the tools and standards in your own work area. You'll be able to structure a business problem. You'll be able to present yourself as an ideal candidate, right? So, ठीक है, मतलब ये सुनने में अच्छा लग रहा है, but yes, of course, I can tell you one thing, that once you do this course, of course guys, it is a two-side thing, right? Today if I'll say you, okay, hum ye karenge, hum wo karenge, to wo it's not always one-sided, right? आपका भी टाइम चाहिए होगा. Six Sigma is not something which you will just, I'll give you something, आपने पिया और हो गया. No, it's not like that, right? So you have to give your time, and I can guarantee you one thing, that tomorrow when you will go back, once you complete the course, you definitely be a better person in terms of how you are looking at the problems and how you are solving it, right? So I'll also tell you one thing when I talk about here, so you will be able to make out that difference. So why people go with Six Sigma? I mean, can I say that you are not so when I was saying Six Sigma is a problem solving approach or process improvement approach, are you not improving your processes if you don't know Lean Six Sigma? Can I say that? Are you not improving it at all? You're still improving it, right?
Yes.
Without even knowing Lean Six Sigma, we still improve the processes. Then why companies are going with Six Sigma, right? I just ask you one basic question. You will be able to understand the difference. Tell me, I want to reduce my weight. What should I do? Tell me.
Dieting and exercise.
Sorry, Sudeep?
Dieting and exercise both has to go together.
Dieting and exercise. Okay. Any other thoughts? Go to gym. Muneeb says go to gym.
Intermediate fasting.
Okay. Again, dieting.
First, we have to decide that we have to reduce the weight. Something like that.
I made up my mind. Healthy food. किसी के पास कोई और idea? Okay, that's how we solve.
कितना कम करना है, like कितना variation हो गया है.
हाँ, 6 kgs कम करना है. True, right? So that's how we solve the problems, guys. If I'll go to an expert, will an expert just directly give me a diet plan and an exercise plan?
No.
Tell me. No. What? No. So let's say, if I'll go to an expert that, okay, I want to reduce my weight. So what, let's say it's a lady, what she'll ask me, how much, I mean, what do you eat in a day, right? How much ghee makhan do you intake? How much oil intake you have? What is the exercise schedule? Where are your health reports? So how do you know, guys, I'm not taking a proper diet, and I'm not doing exercise? How do you know that? You guys have suggested me to do these two things. How do you know that I don't have any health issues? How do you know that my sleeping pattern is fine? How do you know that I don't have any stress level? These things also contribute to weight. Yes or no?
Yes.
Right. So that's a difference between a normal process improvement approach. We jump onto the solution without knowing the fact that whether this is actually contributing to the problem or not. Right? So Six Sigma always try to find out the root causes of the problem. Root cause identification kya hota hai? Now this expert, what this expert would be doing, okay, so diet is fine, let's say. Exercise, okay, you don't do exercise. She will give me an exercise plan. She asked me to conduct certain health checkups, right? Health tests, right? Main lekar gayi report. Then she said, okay, there is this problem. She gave me a medicine for that as well. Then sleeping pattern was fine, stress level was fine. So now what were the two causes we've got? One is exercise and one is health. Are you understanding the difference? That's a difference between an expert and a normal person who is solving a problem, right? So you'll be learning. So that is the reason people go with Six Sigma. First, it's a systematic approach. Second, it's a data-driven approach. This expert will not do anything without the data. If I say, no, my health reports are fine, will she agree? No, she'll say, no, I want to see it. If I show her some reports and it is 8 months old, she'll say, no, just go and get your test done again. I want latest reports. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yeah. So now what she's doing, she's analyzing everything with the data. Right. So first, it's a systematic approach, which is DMAC. Second, it's a statistical approach. It's a data-driven approach. No matter, guys, how big is the problem, right? You can't solve it if you don't have data for anything. You can't solve it through Six Sigma if you don't have data for it. Right. And third, it is a problem which will ensure the sustenance of the improvements. We don't leave any improvement if it is just improved. We will also ensure in Six Sigma that we sustain those improvements. After some time, the problem should not be back in the process. That is the reason people say, okay, go with Six Sigma, complete this course, right? A lot of you may come tomorrow and you say one of your seniors suggested you. Why they suggest you? Because of these reasons, right? Okay, coming back to the PPT quickly, let's complete it. Program details, okay. So, okay, ye sab aap pad lo. I am not much into it. So I can just tell you one thing, that you will get a lot of things in terms of, I'm not saying because I am associated with Henry Harvin, but that's so I've been associated with multiple institutes in the past. So I've seen this one wonderful thing here, that you will have access of, so whatever trainings we give, right? So these all are recorded sessions and you will have access of all the recordings. So today, let's say you're having a training with me, for example, and you're not liking it, you're not understanding it. You can go ahead and refer someone else's recording as well, right? So there is this wonderful LMS which is being designed. You will find n number of stuff to study. If you actually want to study, you will get all the recordings in place. You will get a lot of mock test in place, right, before you go for your final test. So a lot of things will be there, right, on your LMS portal. That's about it. These are some of the things. Yeah, you can take the number of people who want to enroll, who want to go ahead with the course, and I can share this link as well in the chat section if I will be able to. So if you just directly want to enroll yourself, you can click on this link. Yeah, that's all from my side, guys. Now I'm open to answer whatever questions you have. Yes, tell me. Yes, Anil.
Okay, ma'am. So I had this question. So what statistical tools, what digital skills are we going to cover in this program? I mean, I have read that optimization and regression, and then there is one software with the statistics which is covered. So I want more on the actual tools which are being taught, and what mathematical knowledge has is to be shared in the program. That is my question.
So Anil, I'll start with the tool what you've spoken about. So in Six Sigma, we have one statistical tool called Minitab, right? It's a statistical software wherein you will put all the data, and we need to learn, right? How do we do the analysis? And these tool will help us in doing those analysis, this Minitab, right? So Minitab is one software which all Six Sigma professional uses, and you will get this in your training by your trainer, right? Your trainer will give this to you. And of course, you need a system in place to get that installed. Right now, coming back to the kind of maths or statistics knowledge you should have. So basic understanding, right? Mean, median, mode, right? So these are the basic things you should be able to understand. You should be able to, though you should not be doing anything manually. Everything can be done using formulas on Excel. But now if I talk about those big statistical calculations which we do, so frankly speaking, we don't do any calculations because Minitab does it all for us. We just should know, we should only know, and we understand in the training, how do I put the data in Minitab and how do I run those statistical tools, right? I don't need to do any heavy statistical calculations. That is what this Minitab is meant for, right? Because you can't do every calculation by yourself. Yes, that's
so optimization is a part of this, right?
Yeah. I'm coming to that, Anil. So then you said optimization and regression. That's just one tool you've named, right?
Okay.
So in black belt course, there are n number of tools what you will be learning, statistical tools you'll be learning.
In green belt.
In green belt as well, yes.
Okay. Thank you.
Hanji Sudeep, you have any question? Guys, please ask me. Feel free to ask me any question. Don't think that should I be asking this or not? No, it's not like that.
I have a question. I'm not sure, but how can I decide that I should go with the 𝐸𝐴𝐺 or with some other institute? That's my confusion now.
Okay, that is a call you need to take. I probably can't help you with that. Yeah.
Okay.
Any other question? Wherever you go, it doesn't matter. If you have any questions related to Six Sigma, which you might not get answered somewhere else, if you want to ask those questions, ask me. Wherever you go, how does it matter then? You should have any, if any question is unanswered in terms of Six Sigma, that what do I do and all those things, then you can ask those questions, right?
Okay, it's related to the course. So once we start the project, so how it will be supported by the trainers and how much time they would be giving us?
Okay, so Sudeep, if you do the project while doing the training, trainer can support you, right? But if we think that once we complete the training and trainer will be with us in the complete project, that won't be possible, right? So that is the reason there is a different group created, there is a different forum created. So there are two ways, right? Jaise maine bola, one, you've initiated project. Let's say I'm your trainer, you've initiated project. The moment we've started define phase, the first phase of Six Sigma, आप सीखते जा रहे हो और आप project में उसको implement करते जा रहे हो. I'm there with you, है ना? But the moment training gets over, आपका project भी complete हो गया. But let's assume another scenario, you've not picked up the project when you were doing the training. After the training is done, now you've realized that you want to do a project as well. Then there is a different internship team, right, who will put you in a group wherein a lot of people, lot of students like you will be there. There will be dedicated sessions happens every week, right? Wahan pe there will be a different mentor who will be talking about the case studies, who will be telling you how you need to go about your project, and that's how you'll be proceeding, right, Sudeep?
Yeah. So suppose from the first class, how I can start the project as well, because I have to get the training. Other team members will also be getting training on that. So how can all the things go simultaneously?
Sorry. Can you repeat the question, Sudeep? I started reading Abhijit's question. Can you repeat this, please?
Yeah, I was saying that suppose from 7th Jan the class is starting, and so you mean that I should start my project from that time onward? And
no, not from that time. No. So initially you will be learning some basic things in Six Sigma. So the moment you start your define phase, you should start your project. You should pick up a problem. Your trainer should be able to guide you with that. That abhi aap project shuru karo.
Okay, so he or she will be telling that at what stage or from which class we can start our own project.
The project, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Abhijit is asking, I'm a working professional. So do we have to attend the class while it is being live, or we shall have access? Okay. So Abhijit, to answer your question, first, I would suggest, I always ask my students to come live in my sessions, right? But so that is the reason there will be multiple batches going on. So you should choose basis your convenience, that if you're free in weekday evenings, there'll be session on weekday evenings, right? Alternate days pay. If you will be free on Saturday, Sunday evenings, there are sessions. Sunday morning, Saturday, Sunday morning, there are different sessions. So first thing, you should prefer the time when you are available. Try to join live sessions, but just in case, if you say that no, I can't make it at all, or I am missing out few sessions in between, so I said that these are recorded sessions. Your session will also be the recorded one, and you can have the reference later, right? So those recording gets saved as per the day and batch dates ke hisab se wo save hota rehta, and you can get the reference. Timing of the course, generally it is in the evenings, right? So Weekday mein it is like 8 to 11, right? Weekend pay it is like 7:30 to 11:30 in the evenings. And there are batches which are in Saturday, Sunday mornings as well. Early morning bhi hota like 8 to 12, right? 7 to 11. And then it is like, it depends. ऐसा नहीं है सारे batches चल रहे हैं. So that group agrees, right? So there will be like few batches. If a group agrees, okay, I want to be in 7 to 11 or 8 to 12 or 10 to 2, right? So there will be different timings of the batches in the morning as well. Yep.
I know. For a green belt, black belt, and master black belt, do we need to complete a project or an examination? Like, can you please explain on this?
So if I understood your question rightly, that to get the certification, it is just exam or the project which is required, right? So no project is required for certification, guys. It is just the exam you have to clear, of course, for both. For green belt, for black belt, you have to clear your exam and then you'll get the certificate, right? Those certificates, one is training certificate, another is certified Six Sigma green belt, certified Six Sigma black belt, that you get after the once you complete the exam, right? So Joe, what you've asked, right, that's a very relevant question, that once I need to submit the project, then I'll get the black belt certification. That used to happen way back, or it still happens when a course is company or sponsored course, right? So if in my company, if we are sending people to do the black belt certification, we expect them to give us a project, right? So then only so that we get that ROI. Otherwise it's not like that, right? Okay, so Munib is asking, what is the difference between Lean Six Sigma and Six Sigma? Yes, there is a difference. Very good question. And Rajesh asked, just give me a second, Munib, how many months does the course span approximately? It is not in months. If it is a green belt course, if you have joined it like weekend batch, so it will get completed in four weeks. And if it is a black belt course, it will get completed in approximately 6 weeks, like that, right? Now the question what Munib you've asked is, Lean is a separate approach, Six Sigma is a separate approach. Later they both got merged, right? So in your course, you will be learning Lean separately, Six Sigma separately, and later you will learn that how do you merge these two approaches and why do we merge it, right? So of course, there is a Lean, there is a Six Sigma, there is a Lean Six Sigma, right? I hope I've answered your question, but what is the difference? I'll not be able to explain you that in this session right now. Is there a Six Sigma course? Did I answer your question, Munib? Okay. Is there a Six Sigma course optimized for healthcare? So optimized as in it is, so when we teach, right, we have a number of students, somebody from healthcare, somebody from operations, somebody from IT, somebody from somewhere else, right? So we talk in a very generic way, right? So that everyone can understand the concept. So once you understand the concept, no matter whether you belongs to aerospace or you belongs to a normal process, you'll be able to apply it everywhere, right? What is the ideal course to be covered? I hope I've answered your question. Karnam, Dr. N. Karnam. Okay. What is the ideal course to be covered for career and quality in agro sector? Okay, that's a difficult question, Joe. I will not be able to answer this question. In certificate, will there be a Lean Six Sigma written? Yeah, definitely. Of course, why not? Difference in black belt and master black belt. So, okay. So,
hello.
Hanji.
Hello.
Hanji.
Hello.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
See, actually, what I meant to say is, what would be the ideal module which should I go for if I want to make a career in quality? It can be any sector. Okay. For example, I given it for agri or any other sector. So, what is the course module I should follow? Like first, it should be black belt, Six Sigma, IS. Means what are the ideal modules to be covered?
Okay, so it is. I mean, see, this is. Of course, it should be first green belt, right? If I understood.
Green belt.
question, yeah, clearly. If you want to go a little more in that area, right? कुछ लोग होते हैं वो बोलेंगे whatever I'm doing, I'm happy in doing whatever I'm doing. I just want to improve some of the areas where I'm working. Green belt is enough for you. But you say, no, I want to lead big improvement things. Then it's a black belt. But you say, no, I want to make my career in such a way that I want to take Six Sigma to the highest level in my career. Then master black belt is the answer, right? That you need to decide that what role you want Six Sigma to play in your career, right? Basis that you can choose the levels.
So you don't have anything on a sector-wise basis, like for particular sector?
It is because it is not industry specific, na Jo?
Okay.
Yeah, it is everywhere. It is like same. It is just the concept you need to understand and then apply it in your own work area.
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
Okay, and what is the time frame to complete this green belt back? What means each module? What is the time frame?
Time frame, I said that for green belt it is 27-28 hours training, and for black belt it will be 36 hours training, 35-36 hours.
36 hours.
36 hours.
Roughly.
Sorry.
And how many days roughly?
It depends. If it is 4 hours training, 9 days. If it is 3 hours, it will be more. Calculate it like that. Yeah.
Okay, fine.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you. You're welcome. Any other questions, guys? We have some.
One more question. Like after the course, we'll attend the the exam. So what if one is not able to clear in one go?
There are 3 attempts. So
Okay.
you can go for second, you can go for third. So it's not that you need to clear this in one go itself.
Okay.
Right? But don't ask me what after third, because one of the students asked me that question and I don't know what to say. Yeah.
Okay.
So Munib, I do teach Six Sigma, but it depends because there are a lot of trainers with Henry Harvin. So which batch you get into and which trainer you get aligned to, but all the trainers are good. So maybe you don't like me tomorrow, or maybe you like someone else, or vice versa. So don't worry about that. Yeah. Any other question, guys? I have so many people here, but very few people asking me questions.
And about the certificate, means what you mentioned on the certificate, only Henry Harvin, or is it any tie-up with any institute you have?
Yeah, it is a globally recognized certificate. So you will have all the global accreditations on your certificate, not just the Henry Harvin name. So it is IASSC certified, right? So this certificate will have this global recognition. So it's not that you will only be able to use it in India. And fortunately, Six Sigma certificate ka koi end date nahi hota hai. So it's forever, right? So you don't need to renew the certification. Yeah. Okay, fees for green belt, Rajesh, please get in touch with these people. I'm not the right person. हालांकि यहाँ पे कुछ amount तो लिखा है, but please check with them, right? So I am not the right person for this. Yeah, they'll help you. They'll be able to help you with that. If you have any technical things in your mind, I'm the right person.
Everything is online and nothing means classroom studies are not there, no?
As of now, no, it's not there. Yeah.
Okay.
Because we get students from multiple locations. In one batch, you will have one student from Dubai as well, from Pune as well, from other places as well, right? And when we have mixed group, the learning becomes more. Tomorrow, you'll be able to see multiple examples from multiple industry to understand the same topic, right? Okay. Yeah. All right. Any other questions? Please feel free to ask, or else we are good to close the session. Okay. All right, guys. In that case, best of luck. I may see you, some of you, in some of the sessions. Best of luck, whatever you decide. That's all. Thank you. Thank you so much, guys. Bye-bye. Take care.
Thank you.